2015, Chennai was brought to its knees by devastating floods. 2023 Cyclone Michaung once again left large parts of the city underwater. Every time heavy rain lashes Chennai, one question returns. Why does Chennai keep flooding? Is the answer simply extreme rainfall, or have we slowly weakened the city's own natural defense against floods? In the southern part of Chennai lies the Pallikaranai Marshland. To many, it may look like an empty stretch of land, but environmental experts see it very differently. They describe it as Chennai's natural kidney and the city's natural flood buffer. Because when heavy rain falls, this marshland acts like a giant natural sponge absorbing and storing excess water. Without it, where does all the rainwater go? That question has once again comes into focus following a recent statement by PMK President Dr. Anbumani Ramadas. He questioned whether a priceless natural ecosystem like the Pallikaranai Marshland should be allowed to disappear and urged the Tamil Nadu government to take immediate steps to protect it. But is this simply another political statement, or does it highlight a much bigger issue about Chennai's future? Once spread across thousands of acres, how did Pallikaranai shrink to its present size? Is there really a connection between the marshland and Chennai's recurring floods? Why are real estate developments opposing stricter environmental regulations? What about people who legally purchase land in the surrounding areas? And what exactly is the government's position? Using official records, expert opinions, and perspectives from all sides, let's separate facts from opinions and understand the complete picture. I'm Sasi and this is Fireline Media. Let's begin with a simple question. What exactly is a marshland? Many people think a marsh is nothing more than a patch of land where water collects. But science tells a very different story. Wetlands are among the most valuable ecosystems on Earth. During heavy rainfall, they absorb and store enormous amounts of water, reducing the intensity of floods. During rain seasons, they gradually release the stored water, helping recharge groundwater. That is why wetlands are often called nature's sponges. They naturally absorb, store, and regulate water. One of India's most important wetlands is the Pallikaranai Marsh, located in southern Chennai. It stretches across areas surrounding Velachari, Perungudi, Medavakkam, Sholinganallur, Karapakkam, Pallavaram, and several neighboring localities. Today, this ecologically important wetland lies in the heart of Chennai's rapidly expanding IT corridor. But the Pallikaranai we see today is only a fraction of what once existed. Studies estimate that during the 1960s, the marsh covered nearly 15,000 acres. Today, because of rapid urbanization, expanding road networks, construction, dumping activities, and encroachments, the protected area has shrunk to under 2,500 acres according to several environmental studies. For conservationists, such a dramatic decline within just a few decades is deeply concerning. Yet, Pallikaranai is far more than a floodplain. It supports hundreds of species of plants, fish, reptiles, mammals, and more than 200 species of birds. Every winter, migratory birds travel thousands of kilometers to this wetland. Its rich biodiversity earned Pallikaranai international recognition. In 2022, it was designated a Ramsar Site, recognizing it as a wetland of international importance. In other words, Pallikaranai is no longer just a natural asset for Tamil Nadu, it is recognized as one of the world's important wetlands that deserves protection. But if this marshland is so valuable, how did it lose nearly 85% of its original area? And what role that has played in Chennai's flood story? Let's go back and understand how it all happened. To understand what happened to Pallikaranai, we have to go back a few decades. In the 1916s, the marsh covered nearly 15,000 acres. During every monsoon, rainwater naturally flowed into this vast wetland where it was stored and gradually released over time. This natural process reduced flood risk and helped recharge groundwater. But from the 1980s onwards, Chennai began expanding rapidly. The southern suburbs transformed into the city's new growth corridor. Then came the development of Old Mahabalipuram Road or OMR, today known as Chennai's IT corridor. Large IT parks, residential townships, commercial complexes, and new road networks, development accelerated at an unprecedented pace. Growth was necessary, but according to environmental experts, it also placed increasing pressure on the city's natural drainage system. One of the most debated issues is the Perungudi dump yard. For years, a large portion of Chennai's municipal base has been dumped near the marshland. Environmental organizations have repeatedly raised concerns that garbage, smoke, sewage, and plastic waste have damaged this fragile ecosystem. At the same time, roads were constructed across parts of the marsh, government infrastructure projects expanded, private developments increased, and allegations of encroachments continued to emerge over the years. Gradually, what was once a single continuous wetland became fragmented into smaller sections. As a result, the natural movement of water was disrupted. Think of it like a large drainage channel. As long as the channel remains open, rainwater flows away smoothly. But if it is gradually blocked, the water has no way to go. It begins to collect and overflow. Environmental experts believe a similar process has taken place in parts of Chennai. That is why, after the devastating floods of 2015, many researchers identified the loss of wetlands as one of the important factors that intensified flooding. But it is equally important to understand that Pallikaranai alone did not cause Chennai's flood. Encroached rivers, disappearing lakes, inadequate stormwater drainage, extreme rainfall, and gaps in urban planning. Together, these factors have increased the city's flood risk. Pallikaranai is one important piece of that larger picture, which raises another question. If scientists have been warning about its importance for years, what steps have actually been taken to protect it? If Pallikaranai plays such an important role in Chennai's ecosystem, a natural question follows. Has the government done enough to protect it? The answer isn't a simple yes or no. Over the past 2 decades, several important conservation measures have been introduced. The real debate is whether those measures have been sufficient. The first major step came in 2003 when the government began taking action to protect parts of the marshland. Then, in 2007, around 317 hectares were officially declared a reserve forest. This gave the area legal protection against new encroachments and uncontrolled development. But in the years that followed, the protected area was expanded further. Perhaps the biggest milestone came in 2022. Pallikaranai was designated a Ramsar Site, an international recognition given only to wetlands of exceptional ecological importance. This wasn't just an honorary title. It also strengthened India's responsibility to conserve and manage the wetlands sustainably. Meanwhile, environmental organizations continued seeking legal intervention. The National Green Tribunal (NGT) issued several directions, asking authorities to prevent encroachments, stop untreated sewage from entering the marsh, reduce wasteland dumping, and speed up restoration work. The Madras High Court has also heard multiple cases related to the protection of Pallikaranai. Looking at all these measures, one question naturally arises. If there are legal safeguards, court directions, and international recognition, why does the controversy still continue? Because now protecting Pallikaranai is far more complex than protecting an isolated forest. The marsh is surrounded by residential neighborhoods, patta lands, major roads, IT parks, and other public infrastructure. Any decision taken here affects not just the environment but also the lives of thousands of people. That is why the challenge is no longer just about protecting a wetland. It is about finding the right balance between environmental conservation and the needs of a rapidly growing city. And that balance lies at the heart of the latest controversy surrounding Pallikaranai. Just when many believed the issue was gradually moving toward a solution, a fresh controversy brought Pallikaranai back into the headlines. At the center of this debate is the proposed 1-kilometer buffer zone around the marshland. After Pallikaranai received Ramsar recognition, discussions intensified over whether stricter environmental scrutiny should be applied to new construction projects around the wetland. As a result, some proposed developments reportedly faced delays, additional approvals, or restrictions. This led to strong opposition from the sections of the real estate industry and several patta landowners. Their argument was straightforward. We purchased these properties legally, the government approved these layouts. Many families have invested their life savings and continue to repay home loans. If new restrictions are introduced now, what happens to our investment? Industry bodies, including CREDE, have argued that intensive restrictions could affect South Chennai's continued growth and impact projects worth thousands of crores along with the livelihoods connected to them. But environmental experts see the issue differently. They ask a different question. If a city sacrifices the very ecosystem that protects it from floods, what will future generations inherit? According to them, the floods of 2015 and cyclone in 2023 demonstrated why protecting wetlands can no longer be treated as an optional environmental issue. It is a matter of public safety. It was in the context that PMK President Dr. Anbumani released his statement. He urged the Tamil Nadu government to officially define and protect the full extent of the Pallikaranai Marsh, preventing further encroachments and ensure that short-term development does not come at the cost of long-term environmental security. At the same time, he emphasized that economic growth remains important, but not at the cost of destroying irreplaceable natural ecosystems. That is why the debate is so complex. It is not simply a question of who's right and who's wrong. Both environmental conservation and the rights of lawful landowners are genuine concerns. Finding a balance between these competing interests is perhaps the greatest challenge before the government today. So, what is the way forward? Can Pallikaranai be protected while also respecting the rights of people who legally own land? Or do we have to choose between development and protecting nature? The answer may not be simple as choosing one over the other. Chennai is a city that continues to grow. Every year, more people move here. That means the city needs more homes, more roads, better public transport, more IT parks, schools, hospitals, and better infrastructure. Development is essential, but here's the bigger question. Can a city truly call itself developed if it destroys the very ecosystem that protects it? Restoring and protecting wetlands is not just about conserving nature, it is also about protecting people. A healthy wetland can absorb excess rainwater, reduce flood risk, recharge groundwater, and support biodiversity. In the long run, protecting natural flood barriers may be far less expensive than repeatedly rebuilding homes, roads, and public infrastructure after every major flood. At the same time, another reality cannot be ignored. Many families purchase land legally, some have spent their life savings, others are still paying home loans. Their concerns are real and they deserve clear policies, transparent decisions, and fair solutions. The solution is not choosing one side over the other. Instead, it needs a balanced approach, clearly defining the scientific boundaries of the Pallikaranai Marsh, preventing any new encroachments, restoring the areas that have already been damaged, reducing the environmental impact of the Perungudi dump yard, and by providing clear guidance and fair solutions for people who legally own land in the surrounding areas. Because in the end, this is not just a debate about one marshland, it is about the future of Chennai. How should a modern city grow? Should development happen at the cost of nature, or should development and environmental protection move forward together? The decision made today will shape how Chennai faces the monsoons of tomorrow. So, what do you think? Do you think Pallikaranai should receive complete protection? Or should there be a balanced approach that safeguards both the environment and the rights of lawful landowners? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video with another fact-based explainer.